What's up, Renegade Nation? Before we begin the video, I'd like to give a big shout out to our most recent Patreon supporters: Christian Asher, Zian Sai, Christian Simpson, JPC2, Ace Attorney Fan 621, Alunar, Joseph Vega, Cryptic Circus, Donald Fuller, Wet Dream JK, Kaiser Sani, Joe Hardy, Cameron Hofstra, Plague Monk 42, Robert Wachtel, Tarek Drux, Dylan Gibson, Alex Soli, Curtis Pewter, Iron Metallica, Miracle, Joshua Webb, Brianna, OXL, Benjamin Sapp, Alpha X Shroom, Jordan Jardine, Haley Mitchell, Leon Lungi, Nick, and
Now how did I get here?
And as always, I'd like to give a big shout out to our executive producer, the Anime Hybrid. Thank you all very much for your support. And if you want to support us on Patreon, feel free to click the link down below to find out more. We'll see you there. Well, I'm not sure how we're going to be able to...
They took away this man's gun recently.
Joe Exotic!
Oh my god.
Are you seriously doing this?
Yep. No!
He typed it twice! Gentlemen, what do you know about architecture?
I used to want to be an architect when I was in middle school, high school.
That's fair. That's fair. And about you there, Chad?
It's like buildings and junk.
Yeah.
Think about the pyramids.
Yeah. I mean, that's considered... it's considered one of, like, the wonders of the world. It's actually, like, one of the last wonders of the ancient world that's still here. Because, you know, the Gardens of Babylon are gone. The Colossus of Rhodes is gone. Yeah, there's just very few that are left, and that's one of them. And, yeah, architecture is amazing whenever you see just how much goes into it. For instance, whenever you try and build something in Minecraft, and, you know, it doesn't obey the laws of physics because, hey, it's a fucking video game, and it gets blown up by a creeper, and you're just like, all that hard work gone to waste because, you know, life be a cruel mistress. But
must be what it's like when, you know, some other civilization overtakes yours and rips down all your society's hard work, except way, way worse.
Romans. Sorry. Sorry about that.
Nazis.
Careful with that word on here.
Religious extremists of many different kinds throughout the ages.
Religious extremisms. Yeah. So, yeah. History is full of these events. You know, Genghis Khan ripping through and just destroying everything.
I get a little bit Genghis Khan.
I think everyone in China has a little bit of Genghis Khan because of just how feral.
Steven Seagal even. Dude, I still can't get over that JonTron video.
My ancestors are Russian Mongols. It's
Russian Mongols. It's like,
what?
And then he's like, Michigan.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry to
get
off the topic.
Goddamn Mongolians always trying to tear down my shitty wall.
Have you seen the ad for the app game? Where it's got that dude from Shitty Walk,
no,
like as like a ninja, and then it's got like the dead Japanese people laying there, and he's got like a katana and shit.
He's like, okay, Mongolian, try to tear down my shitty wall now.
God, South Park greatness.
Of course, and of course the you mentioning JonTron. JonTron actually did an architecture list. You know,
really,
his favorite types of architecture. I don't know if he's legit or taking the piss, but. Honestly, people want us to react to that, and this one, a lot of people want us to react to this one because, you know, when Internet Historian just uploaded his first video on his original channel for the first time in a long time, and now we are here watching his
He got his password?
Yeah, he got everything back, and yeah. And now we're back here watching stuff on his incognito channel because that's actually the comment he left on our video. He said, he's like, hey, fellas, appreciate the love. If you wouldn't mind, go and check out our incognito channel. It's got some skits and stuff like that. You might
awesome.
like it. Yes, which, you know, that's what we did. And we did that with the art one, and now we are on architecture.
I
So,
finally found that comment to show it to Chance last time I hung out with him. He's like, "Oh, dude."
what, Internet Historian?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Internet Historian...
He introduced me to Internet Historian originally.
And also the Do, the Do liking our reactions to his music stuff, which is awesome. Fellas, to all the channels out there that support what we're doing and like what we do, thank you so much. We cannot say enough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And to all our fans out there who make these videos possible and make it to where they reach the status where they're at right now. Thank you all so much. So again, we could not have built this without you. And now let us see what kind of building stuff the Internet Historian is going to get into with his video on the Incognito channel, Architecture. Here we go.
This video is made possible by NordVPN. Architecture.
Yes.
Architecture.
Yeah.
What's the deal with architecture? Why do they call them buildings when they're no longer in construction? They should be called builts. And why do they always use that blue
wrong.
paper for plans? And why is nobody outside? And why can't I get into this house? And why are they calling the cops? And why won't the voices in my head stop? And who gave me this gun? All this and more on this episode of In the Quarantine. Did you hear about that building? What had all the reflective bits on it? And then it caused some fires?
What the fuck? No.
Okay, here's how I remember the story goes. There was a guy, his name was Frank Gehry, and he was commissioned to make like a new opera house, I think it was. So he goes, you know what? I'm going to make this thing that actually looks like a big piece of shit. It's all made out of glass, stainless steel, or concrete. Right? Those are the three ingredients they know how to bake a cake with now.
Right.
So he made this thing, and it looks like a big crumpled up piece of paper. What they didn't realize is they didn't take into account, well, there's this massive ball of plasma in the sky that seems to shine a lot.
The moon.
The moon.
How many vending machines are on the moon, Smet? Shut up.
Over one per person.
I fucking love vending machines.
And it can reflect, right? Those beams just shoot off in the other direction.
Right.
And sometimes they strike other buildings. So, you'll be in the 20th floor, and all of a sudden you're getting this big bright light in your eye. Oh, God.
Right.
It's Frank Gehry's building. It's coming right through the window. And then sometimes it would concentrate a ray like right down on someone's parked car.
Right.
There's some good images where there's like people's
Holy
parked
hell.
cars, and it's just got like it
Oh.
looks like a death ray.
Holy
It's
shit.
burnt right over the top.
That is interesting.
Yeah, I thought so.
I hope that's true.
I do too. After the recording, I looked into it, and it was not.
Oh.
It's in an Italian city called Pisa.
Yeah.
Makes sense?
Torre Pendante de Pisa.
Oh, the tower is situated behind the Pisa Cathedral and is the third oldest structure in the city's cathedral square.
The tower began to lean during construction in the 12th century due to soft ground.
This is a weird one because it's one of those things that you're not actually allowed to fix. So you've got to stop it from falling over. We had the technology to fix it. We could fix the Tower of Pisa.
Right.
We could lay down a concrete slab underneath it, no problem.
Right.
But you're not allowed to, because that ruins all of its prestige.
Nobody would ever visit.
Exactly, it's no longer the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Okay, so in Futurama, they made fun of that.
I
because-
totally forgot about it. Like, I haven't thought about the fact that exists since, like, somebody told me when I was a child.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I haven't thought about it in forever.
I've thought about it, like, a lot because of a Goofy movie.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Say, check it out. The Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah.
Pauly
No, I mean,
Shore.
I just, I don't know, man. Nothing's referenced that in my brain or on pop culture forever.
Last time I saw it was Futurama. Futurama, they were flying the ship around trying to escape from something, and they hit the Leaning Tower of Pisa and knocked it straight. And the Italians on the ground were like, "Hey, what did you do? You ruined our great structure." And then they come back and they hit it again, and it leans back the other way instead. And they're like, "Hey, thank you very much." And then it falls over and it crushes a bunch of people. And then you just hear the screaming, and it goes back to focusing on the chase.
Damn.
But yeah, the whole thing about the Leaning Tower of Pisa is that it's an architectural, an amazing architectural wonder,
It's a blunder.
Well, a blunder, but also a wonder, because it should have fallen over by now. But due to the fact that it's sinking into the ground very slowly because of the soft ground, it reached a point where it's reached its precipice of leaning, and thus it will never. I don't think lean further. I don't think it will be able to lean over ever, like any more than what it has been.
It's
Like,
crazy.
there's never been any like super high power winds or storms there.
Well, there have been earthquakes in
Blow
Italy.
against it.
There have been earthquakes in Italy, and don't forget Pompeii. You know, the volcano of Pompeii. You know, there's earthquakes and there's fault lines in Italy because every mountain chain and every sea have fault lines associated with them. It's just like here in the Appalachian Mountains. What have we? That's right, I said Appalachian Mountains. Come at me.
1372.
Yeah, so it was broke ground in 1173 and was finished 199 years later. Same thing with the cathedrals, dude. The cathedrals took fucking forever to build. It's just like Notre Dame. Notre Dame took for hell and ever for them to finish.
So wait, it had already started leaning and they were still working on it?
Yes. But it says here.
Fuck it.
It started to
I
lean
ain't giving
during
up.
construction in the 12th century, which is the 1300s. So it probably started leaning when they reached a certain height, and they were just like, "Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! What do we do? What do we do?" And then when it stopped leaning, they were just like, "What do you think we can finish it? Let us see if we can try to finish it." I'm sorry, I go Super Mario every single time I do an Italian accent.
Mario's Japanese though,
Very
bro. Why are you doing that?
That's very racist. That's a very racist.
It's just how he talks. What
Yeah.
the fuck?
Oh god, I met the voice actor for Mario.
For real?
Yeah, Charles Martinet. The dude is legit. He can do it on command.
That is crazy.
Obviously.
Well, and he also did Wario for me. He's like, Wario. Ha ha ha. I asked him to do Luigi, and he did Luigi too. He was really cool.
Oh, dude, sounds awesome.
Mario.
So
Mario.
anyway, back to the video.
I'm going to be the architect who built the Leaning Tower of Pizza.
Okay.
I come home to my mother, played by you,
Okay.
and reveal that it didn't go exactly as according to plan. Okay? Mama, I'm back home from building my Tower of Pizza.
Of course, you make him a Jersey
come in. There's
douchebag.
dinner on the table.
Oh, fantastic. My favorite, spaghetti and meatballs. Listen, Mama, I know you want to be proud of your son.
It's lasagna.
I know you want to be proud of your son, but I got something to tell you.
Oh yeah, I know. It's about the tower. How well it stands. I know how much you like vertical towers and things to go straight up in the air.
Listen, Mama, it's not all about...
I know you're always talking about how things should go straight up and down, just like your personality, straight up and down.
Mama, listen. Not all towers need to be straight up and down.
What are you talking about, Guillermo? This is
I gotta be my own man, Ma. We can't just keep doing what Dad did. My tower, it's
What's wrong with it?
it's leaning a little bit. It's, something to the tune of maybe 5 degrees.
On purpose?
Well, I mean, when we built it, I thought the ground was hard. You put your foot down, you hear the taps, but... And listen, they say they're gonna call it the Leaning Tower of Pizza, Mama.
I'm very disappointed in you, son. I'm gonna be honest. I'm taking this lasagna and I'm putting it back in the pantry.
But Mama, the tomato sauce is perfect.
Stupid.
I don't know what we're doing anymore. Like, imagine you and me got into a fight,
Right.
and I moved in next door, and I knocked down whatever shed was there prior.
Right.
And I tell them, hey, I'm going to build myself an apartment.
Yeah.
But I have an architecture do it, and it's just like a big reflective satellite dish. Just right into your fucking bedroom. Just right where the head of your pillow is.
Yeah.
Could they stop me from doing that? Like, it's my property, right? What am I have to worry about the sun? No, fuck that. I'm just going to build my house, which is a satellite dish.
Yeah, you probably can't. You'd probably have a difficult time getting permission from the council.
Well, they wouldn't know. They're going to factor in the reflection of the sun. Fucking Disney didn't.
Put big radioactive stickers all over the
Right.
Didn't.
just to make him know.
Just one giant bird feeder. We have nothing but just pigeons within 4 miles swooping in and out of the
Wow.
fucking yard. Yeah.
That's probably
Amazing.
legal.
Oh.
And you could just have all of your
Amazing.
neighbors are just covered in shit. Zaha Hadid.
It's sad that the special effects in this internet video are better than Birdemic.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Birdemic? Yeah. It makes me want to, like, I want to gouge my eyes out with a melon baller.
Gross.
I know, right? Anyway, holy hell.
Right. Mother of Bella Hadid. That's not true. That's
No.
probably not true.
Maybe he didn't. Something.
A lot of these look... I mean, I think a lot of these are just different angles of the same building, but her stuff looks pretty good from this initial Google search.
Do you know how difficult it would be to clean some of this stuff?
Oh
Yeah,
my
especially since they
God.
made it all white.
I know it kind of looks cool, but at the same time, I kind of hate this stuff. This looks to me, although it does look modern, it looks to
futuristic.
me like
It's futuristic.
a Matchbox race car track.
Holy hell, he
Slide down the side
does!
of one of these, yeah.
This is a fantastic design for, say, a luxury cruise ship,
Yeah.
but as a building, looks like shit. How do I get in the front door? I don't know. Just keep walking around and around and around until you find one gap.
No windows, by the way? Or like little peeking windows on this one?
This just seems like a bad haircut.
Johnny Bravo.
And look, they built it on top
He
of
had a
beautiful
magnificent
building.
That one looks like
haircut.
it should be at an
Yeah,
airport.
this isn't exactly what we...
No, you know what
That
that
looks
is?
like an air control terminal or something.
You know what that looks like?
Pride Rock. No, no. Look, see up at the top.
Yeah, I can see it up there, Simba. You know what else I see with this?
What?
That fucking Jawa transportation
Yes.
thing. That's what I see here.
Like docked up on the top of something.
yeah.
Either
It's
way, it looks like someone would be firing a rocket at in Ace Combat.
Yeah.
it does.
Like,
I can see that. You're just legit like that thing looks expensive. Better put a missile into it. Boom!
that looks expensive. Better blow it up.
Yes, indeed. Oh
This just
god.
seems like a bad haircut.
Johnny Bravo.
And look,
Or
they
Ice Tea.
built it on top
Or
of
not
this
iced tea, but
beautiful
vanilla ice.
building down here.
Yeah, this isn't exactly what we meant by adding a modern addition to these rather old-looking buildings.
This is
People need to come to us for ideas, man. That's what I'm saying.
They do. They do. I'm
Yeah,
tired.
I agree.
You know what? I've got another idea as well. Have you ever seen the center of Australia?
I haven't seen Australia outside of Roadrunner cartoons.
This is outrageous. Livable, 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 uninhabitable, wasteland.
yeah, the outback is
Nothing.
vicious.
It's like Mars.
It basically
It is.
but like way hotter. If you're stuck here, you'd need to go underground.
Why? Because it's too hot on the surface?
Yeah, you'd end up with
Cooper Pedy, yeah.
regularly
That's actually a
45
mining
degree
town.
days.
Quietly translates that to Fahrenheit. Oh, whoa, that's crazy hot.
Yeah, it's a desert, but you look at this, right? And there's an obvious solution to the problem.
Skyscrapers?
You, you start digging a big fuck off channel, and you go like from there to there.
Yeah,
and then
yeah, you
let
just-
water flow right through the middle. And the only reason they don't do that, because of all these people who are like, well, there's a desert lizard, and it would be quite disturbed if you dug up some of the sand.
That's probably accurate.
We're all residing in like 4 cities.
Right.
Because they're the only places you can live.
Perth,
in
Adelaide,
this
Melbourne,
desert continent.
Sydney, Brisbane,
But if
yeah.
you just made a big channel and made this arable land, we could all spread out. And we're the same size as the continental USA. We could be
Yeah,
the
they
next
are.
USA.
Australia's huge.
We could fit another 100 million people there. But why don't they do it? The lizards.
What do you reckon that would cost? Geological disturbation aside, neither one of those were real words. What do you reckon that would
It
cost?
would cost a lot of
Because
lives
Okay.
during the construction process.
Yeah.
Because the outback is fucking dangerous.
It is.
Like
The outback is very dangerous.
There's a list. I think on like They Will Kill You of like the top 10 most dangerous places you don't want to end up. Like
Outback's
in the
number
world.
one.
It's I don't know if it's number 1, but it's definitely on that list.
Well, you got to think about this.
It's like
This is-
Siberia, the outback in Australia, Death Valley, I believe.
Yeah, California.
Somewhere in Europe, there's like not Europe. I think it's India or Indonesia. There's the fucking cliffs that people have to basically travel across.
Yeah,
like,
I know the ones you're
that are
talking
like
about.
Just wide enough for a bus with like a sheer fucking hundreds of foot.
Yeah,
drop
the
of, like,
death road. It's one of the death
accidentally,
roads.
Yeah.
Same thing in Bolivia. Bolivia, there's
And there's
death roads in Bolivia that you can't do anything.
There's like a bridge somewhere across an ocean. not like a whole ocean, but like, you know, across the sea, and like storms and shit, like while you're on that bridge, can like wash your car off of it.
Not doing it. Everything you guys just said. Nope.
Basically, like if you were ever like a super villain, you know, and you wanted to leave the hero somewhere, he's gonna have a hard fucking time getting out of, because you're never gonna straight up kill him, because that's just not how super villains roll. You leave him in the outback, he'll have a tough time, basically.
Well, unless you're Carnage, then you can do it. But
Yeah,
like the Joker,
no.
Not the super.
I'm talking like more like a Bond villain, you know.
Oh,
if you're ever
yeah.
a Bond villain, like,
Or if you're James Bond,
leave James
in
Bond in the
Solace.
outback.
If you're James Bond in Quantum of Solace,
He's still gonna make
you just
it out,
abandon
but
the
he's
bad
gonna
guy
have a
out there
bad
with
time,
with a
like-
can of oil to drink. That's it. Yeah. But I think
Or
they
leave
could
him right
do
on
it.
that northern part. Like, just roll him up in a ship, drop him off on that northern part, and furthest away from all the big cities, and just be like, good fucking luck.
Oh God. Well, there are small pockets of civilization on the coastline, so all he would have to do is just walk down the coastline until he found civilization.
I'd be like, I'll even give you your gun. Good fucking luck.
Yeah. But all in all, though, I think it could be very possible for them to do that in Australia. It's just if they start from the coastline and work their way in, and they're safe with it, then maybe they could do it. Because there's people who live out at Cooper Pedy who have lived out there their entire lives. Like, Cooper Pedy is literally an old mining town. You know that's where I think 40% of the world's opal comes from. Like gigantic deposits of opal and all these rare gems that are just like impacted at a certain level of the dirt. And you get down there and you tunnel down and you look for the little veins that shine whenever you shine a light on them. And then you go in there with a pickaxe, pull them out, try to keep them together. There's a dude who found an opal that was literally that big around in the middle of a stone. He literally like chiseled it until he saw the shine, and then he chiseled around it, and the opal came out that big around, like it was like a friggin' ostrich egg. It was massive.
The other thing I'm thinking of too, though, is it's, if you just dug from the ocean in, like,
Yeah.
would the salt water even
Well,
help anything? Like, or you'd have to build like something to filter the salt out, or make sure that
Well-
it runs in a way that it would naturally end up as fresh water at a point.
the thing is, salt water, it's at least nutrition to a certain degree. Salt dissipates in like superheat like that. The salt can dissipate and go into the sand. That's actually one thing about sand that people don't take into account. That's why the Sahara Desert is responsible for 90% of the Earth's sand, or the Earth's sodium, because that's where pretty much all of the water that's in the Mediterranean gets filtered out into. And the same thing with the Nile River. The Nile River has a shit ton of silt in it, and by the time it reaches the Mediterranean, it's pretty much freshwater because the desert has eradicated all of it, eroded all the silt, and got rid of all the minerals and everything that it comes from Lake Victoria. So yeah, it could be possible, but again, I don't know. That's the thing. It's a pipe dream right now. That's the thing about what they're proposing here. They're not even being that 100% serious, but Internet Historian, where he lives in Australia, he's just like, we all live on the coastlines, and it friggin' sucks, because we have this massive landmass that if they would just let us run the water through, but nope, the lizards. Which I
like lizards.
I love lizards too, man. I mean, it's just one of those things. Anyway, back to the video.
You could certainly compare it to the Panama Canal. $375 million. That's cheap.
That's including 10 million paid to Panama and 40 million paid to the French company. So assuming that Australia did this themselves, you could actually knock 50 million off that price.
Australia logistically is a lot easier than Panama, and you don't have to work through, any of the corrupt government systems. We
And
have
the mountains
all
as
of
well.
the machinery here. We're a massive mining exporter.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
we can just dig these channels,
In my head, I was picturing like a Call of Duty airstrike through the entire thing.
Why not?
That we would have done in 4 days or something. We definitely wouldn't be able to keep the lizards after that, I guess.
We'll overestimate, right? So 3,000 divided by 80, which is kilometers for the Panama Canal, 37.5 times 375 million equals 14 billion. That is so cheap.
Think about the fucking internet
really.
historian
By
theme
the
park we could
GDP,
fucking put together
that
with all this
Australia
newly
produces,
found
that is cheap.
inhabitable land now.
It's a slide And it starts at 80 Mile Beach.
And it ends at the hospital.
Why don't they do it? The lizards.
The lizards.
When are they going to give this
the
thing
Eiffel
Windows?
Tower.
That's what I want to know.
My mom's
What's it
been
running
there.
currently? I gotta stop making that joke.
So we'd give it some windows. We could also add...
An octagon at the base for UFC fights?
Yes.
It's already a giant cage.
Yes.
The only rules are there are no rules. If we added
That's
some
that's
curtains,
not true anymore.
Oh, look at that.
And then it's like, right, 6 p.m., close the drapes.
Right.
And then you know that the Eiffel Tower is shut.
Yeah.
Everyone inside can get some sleep. Next one, Frank Gehry.
This guy.
Gehry.
This is the one everybody would know.
This is the one dude, this is in Czech, I've seen it.
Yeah?
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of neat.
I mean, his whole thing is just sort of like Wonka-esque buildings, right? If you plan this in advance,
Jesus.
it's particularly tough to take a normal-looking building and just sort of give it italics.
Wonka with
I don't
wonkers.
know, I guess that one's kind of cool. It's cool for the novelty, I guess.
I mean, if you stuck all these in the same city, it would just kind of feel like an amusement park.
Yeah.
Hold on, we can design one of these.
I reckon you could do a lot
What?
just by sharpening all the curves.
Okay, so if we took this and then maybe curved,
Right?
get rid of the black, and then another one,
Right?
and we have right here the new Frank Gehry building.
I mean, that's pretty spot on.
Is there
Yeah.
anything you want to add to it?
Well, it's gotta have a 5G antenna.
Yeah.
Of course, of course.
It's not modern without that, you know?
900 million.
That's a bargain if you think about it, considering that it took 4 cars to make. I think you should go to architecture school. We could use you here in the States. All of our buildings are boring.
Fairly boring.
Time.
Oh.
On YouTube, NordVPN is known as one of the most easygoing sponsors.
Oh yeah.
Losing their spot is a real test of skill. For the speedrunning community, doing it the fastest is considered the ultimate challenge. In April 2020, a new record was set. Here is that run. Go. Herder, it's me, NordVPN man. I just had sex with your wife. SwordVPN is the best company ever. VPN stands for very business. I'm going to nordvpn.com/incognito because it gives 70% off a 3-year plan, and I tell everyone that I have a massive... Look, I can be anywhere in the world. Oh my god, he's in Singapore. Brazil captain. UK captain. Now he's in Australia. How is he so fast? Is he teleporting? Captain, he's inside the building. Oh, fug. Oh, shit. Oh, fug. Got him again.
Accurate.
70% off a 3-year plan. Use code incognito. There are sexy proxies in your area. Use it to look at international content. God knows there's nothing new on the main channel. Internet
Oh!
equivalent to only $3.49 per month. Return free in 30 days if you hate it. You're locked indoors with the virus, and you need more stuff to watch. Get international catalogs of Netflix totally legally. Wink. Free BBC. Wink, wink. Get the free content. I agree. Shadowman here. Fuck off.
Oi, stop that.
Not today, Grand Squad Leader of China.
VPN, it's my only weakness.
Fulfill your dreams, get more content, give me money by signing up to Gord VIP and getting a 3-year plan. Links below. Explosion, explosion, Frederick Knudsen, explosion, NordVPN, the thinking man's VPN. Time.
So he's actually actively trying to lose the sponsorship.
Thanks. We hate it.
Do you know, I think my least favorite fact
Oh, wow. Okay, here we go.
is when bring up the topic of the Colosseum.
Right.
And someone goes ahead and says, you know, they used to close up the whole Colosseum and then flood it and then have small ship battles in there.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Everybody knows.
Right.
Shut up. I knew this girl and she was a friend of a friend. We got into this sort of discussion and we got sort of very different views on the world, right? She was saying, oh, she just came back from this trip to Europe. I went to the Colosseum and it was just the most beautiful thing in the world and all this stuff. And I said, she doesn't really understand irony.
Right.
And so I just went, dude, Colosseum's shit.
It is
like
now.
How many people can you even get in there? Maybe 5,000? Have you seen like a regular stadium in Atlanta? You can get 40,000 people in there and it's got a jumbotron.
Easily.
And she's like, no. Well, the point is like how old it is. And so it's like the more that she's earnest about it, the more I have to keep piling on it. Would you rather go to the Coliseum to watch the latest Mets game? Or would you rather stand around? They had hot dogs.
I feel like you'd never have an option other than to double down in that situation. It's
You
like,
know,
well, I'm not...
you know what I would like?
What?
I'm a huge fan of the UFC. I would love it if the UFC held an event in Rome, Italy, in the Coliseum with the actual fucking Coliseum in the octagon inside the Coliseum and film it and just be like UFC Gladiator Days or something like that or some stupid, and just have like the best card ever and have it be like a secret thing going on in there and just broadcast it to the friggin' world, because honestly that would just be legit. Because the original Warriors Arena, by the way, they did not kill people at the same frequency that you're thinking about in the Coliseum. They did kill people sometimes, but not not every time. You know, Caesar at the end of the brawl wasn't just like, you die. No, it's not that simple. You know, the slaves back then, they costed a lot of money, and if they couldn't fight in the arena, they could still work for you. So why would you send them in there to just get killed? So yeah, a little lesson on slavery right there, I guess. So yeah, but I would love to have a UFC event in the Coliseum.
That would be crazy.
A legit UFC event in the Coliseum. Put Conor McGregor in it. You'd sell out everything. You would,
no doubt about that.
You'd sell like 4 million pay-per-views, and you'd just be like, we're in the Coliseum, and I'm going to kick this guy's arse. You see that man right there? I'm going to kick his fucking arse. Yeah, it's terrible, Conor McGregor.
Not the worst.
No. Worst one was fucking Ricardo Lamas. All right, anyway, back to the video.
Not just gonna go, oh, I'm joking. Like, you're gonna get this eventually, or we're both gonna die. Like that's...
She's still convinced that that's my viewpoint.
Le Corbusier.
Okay, so what did he do?
This dude looks like he does Holmes again.
Oh.
Wait, what do you think of that one with the colors on the front of it?
This one. I think that is hideous. Look at the beautiful building in the background.
Yeah.
And then look at this public toilet.
I think a splash of color on something that's otherwise just like steel and glass is kind of not fancy. Unique, I guess is the word.
I can appreciate the color, but it looks like they've branded it with like a Tommy Hilfiger logo.
Yeah.
Kind of, yeah.
The flag to some obscure country no one wants to visit. Yeah, I mean, honestly, this looks like a busway.
Yeah.
This looks like where you stand waiting for a bus.
I've built this in Minecraft before. 100% I've built this in Minecraft before. This exact thing.
I believe supposed to be the best examples of his work?
I mean, architects only get so good, right? Like, what's the fanciest looking building you can think of?
Parliament House is pretty good.
Parliament House. I've definitely also done this in Minecraft.
Yes.
I like the clock towers on the edge of it.
It's Big Ben.
What does Buckingham Palace look like?
Yeah?
Yeah, Parliament House looks way better than Buckingham Palace.
I mean, say you become like super royalty of Australia.
Yeah, you become the Queen of Australia. Yeah.
Would you go with something like this?
I know what to do. Here's my palace.
Okay, I'm excited.
You take this, right? I think that's pretty good. And then, of course,
the Wi-Fi, the 5G.
Nice.
Boom.
Give it the Frank Gehry treatment. Just give it a slight, just a little something.
Frank Gehry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Legit though. Legitimately, that looks like a Frank Gehry building.
It kind of does. Oh, here we go.
He gets to live at the top of the pyramid.
The ghost of the dude that they buried at the bottom of the pyramid.
Oh, right, that makes sense. What do you reckon of this kind of architecture? Simple.
Simple's one way to put it, yeah.
We could do this in 2 weeks if we wanted. This is easy as shit, dude.
Like, if you start from the top, it would take like a week. It would take no time at all.
They would redo this, but they'd do it in like, with hideous glass and steel.
It would literally be you and me and just like half a chopped down tree at the end of 2 weeks, and we'd be like, holy shit, we were way off.
I bet this is really easy to build.
Famous last words,
man.
With modern day stuff, I get that it wasn't easy to build back then.
No.
Not even modern day stuff. Let's say you, me, and we get like 30,000 slaves. Because that's probably what they had then, right? You think we could figure it out?
I just have to predict the comments because they're going to go, oh, actually, they weren't slaves. It was all done through paid labor and service to the whatever at the time.
The Pharaoh?
No, wait, that's the sun god. Pharaoh.
Yeah, Pharaoh.
Yeah, okay, so if we had 30,000 laborers, do we get modern tools?
Yeah, I think we could definitely get it done with forklifts and 30,000 slaves.
Yeah, exactly.
I think would be just fine.
The real question is, how do we fix this?
A pyramid, you say?
Boring. Yeah, the pyramid's boring.
What if we made it upside down?
Done work upside down, all the people fall off. Like a guard tower.
Ah, there you go.
That's better.
Yeah, the ground floor of anything should have food, right?
Food, yep.
Maybe like solar panels?
God, that's a great idea.
I don't really know what they'd be powering, but I just feel like you've got the surface area.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like an angel out of Evangelion, huh?
Yeah,
oh my god!
There you go.
Hey.
I feel like we could do some terraced rice patties. Yeah, you get what I mean, right?
Yeah, you can have it like running down. Everybody needs grain.
Yeah, the Egyptians really were idiots, man. They didn't think of a single one of these things.
Oh, yeah, half pipe,
No
dude. Shit,
imagination.
yeah.
What do you like? Triangle. Yeah, but big triangle.
Dude with a lion on his face.
Someone killed Tutankhamun. Triangle. Right, I think that's pretty good.
Maybe a lightning pole at the top of it.
Oh yeah, for more electricity. Think of how much electricity they'll be producing.
Wait, is that what lightning poles do?
No.
Oh, look at that.
Could you imagine looking at that and not saying that that was better than the original?
I mean, I'm currently erect. I mean, look at it.
Speaking of erect, you ever noticed this building?
Ah, yeah. I've been there.
It is enormous.
It is.
I had no idea how big it was.
Wait, I mean, compared to what, though?
I saw it as, this is like a 10-story house or something.
Fuck no.
No.
It's much bigger than that.
These things are actually really tall.
I've actually been
these
inside the
poles.
Washington
Yes.
Monument.
I mean, that's
It's very tall.
I've been there too, and I've stood at the base of that and looked up. I've been up to the top of it and looked at the little viewfinder thing they have at the top, and I'm just
Dude, climbing up there fucking blows.
Well,
Yeah.
they had the elevator.
They didn't have the elevator, or else we had to climb the stairs.
Oh,
So.
yeah, that's. But all in all, though, the Washington Monument is impressive. But eventually, there's going to be an even taller one standing next to it, and it's going to be called the Clinton Monument because
Just stop.
Oh God.
Those things are probably 10 of me. Yeah.
And then you compare that to that.
Yeah, it's a big
I
one.
remember seeing it the first time and just going, holy shit.
Yeah, it is
an
just about
obelisk.
the highest point in pretty much all of DC. A philosophy he calls organic architecture. He believes in designing structures that were in harmony with humanity and their environment.
Right.
That's pretty good.
This was his house.
Holy shit.
Oh, what do you think of that?
That's beautiful.
It looks like...
That's a nice house.
If you told me this was just a zoomed-in picture of like a little thing that you would put on your desk that flows water, I would believe you.
Yeah.
Problem with this is, it's in between a whole bunch of trees and that.
Right.
You're not going to get any good 5G signal out here. I think you'd want that, like, here.
I'm sure the architect might have something to say about it, but you know what? He had his go.
Yes.
He's dead now, don't worry about that.
Yeah.
There's got to be exactly at least one architect who would tribute his architectural career to Minecraft. There has to be at least one.
You're not entirely wrong, because now, right, you go to the city, and it's nothing but 3 building materials. It's steel, glass, concrete.
Right.
Because those are the cheapest things, the easiest things to work with.
Right.
So now in the virtual world, we have everyone reviving these beautiful classical styles, and they do it in Minecraft.
Right.
Look at that. Wouldn't you be so proud to have that in the middle of your city? And then compare that to, like,
What an egg.
yeah, who wants the egg?
Happy Easter, everyone.
Yeah.
Boo. One of those things you ask Google to.
Oh, a Google Home or whatever.
Yeah, it looks like that kind of design.
Yeah. God, that thing be loud as shit when the alarms go off, huh?
There are 3 events tomorrow.
This doesn't look all that bad. This almost looks like a little segment out of the Futurama intro.
That is gorgeous.
Mind Your Manners by Emily Richardson. Why isn't her name showing up as the top architecture? This thing shits on some things IRL. We gotta play some Minecraft, by the way. I feel like this would be an appropriate co-op. Let's see how well the Radish Boys can make a real radish farm, you know?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we could do that on Twitch.
Yeah.
Do you have a Twitch?
I do have a Twitch.
What? What's the URL for your Twitch?
Twitch.tv/Sumeto Media, streaming some days.
What? What the hell? I think I have a Twitch.
You do?
Wow,
Oh, look at
Mass
that.
Effect.
Amazing.
Shit.
You know what I always kind of got jealous of is like in America, right? The country is not all that old. It's, I mean, as new as it gets, really, if you think about it. When I watch travel videos and like food videos in like England, they'll have like just squared up looking buildings or like castle looking building or just like a pub.
Yes.
But it'll be like 700 years old or something stupidly old.
Yeah,
Because the country's just been around for so long.
Yeah, some people's houses are sort of 600 years old. So what happens is there are all these regulations. Like anytime anyone wants to do any sort of extension, maintenance, anything, they have to go through like 18 levels of council approval. That always takes so much time and ends up being so expensive. You know, these people who have old school thatched roofs, and they're not allowed to improve them, and they have to get them like re-thatched, and they can't just get a regular roof, and they're tired of it, and they go, you know what, electrical fire.
Yeah.
Does Australia have any famous buildings?
Yeah, we got one.
The Sydney Opera House.
Yeah, that one. P. Sherman 42 Wallaby Racing. That's the address, right?
You patronizing. I don't appreciate this. We've got a beautiful building. It's called that one.
Aha!
Oh, here's a bit of you. That one.
That is quite good looking.
Sydney Opera House.
Yep.
It's huge.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
it's pretty big. And it's like right on the water too, which is nice.
It's an
Do
architectural
they actually
wonder.
do opera there, or is it just like a big like NASCAR circuit on the inside?
Yeah, they do opera there. They do all sorts of stuff. And then they can use that as like a generator. And then boats can kind of come in there and people just sort of jump off into the spinning wheel.
Right,
Put
yeah,
them
yeah.
down on the platform and boom. Who would say that's not an improvement?
I mean,
Roll out. Go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they spin, right?
Yeah, they spin. And then they generate electricity. And then that's what powers the opera. And then it's in the water.
Ah, perfect. You could probably show this to somebody who doesn't know what the Sydney Opera House looks like, and they'd probably just accept it. Oh, those spin? Oh, interesting.
You see what I mean? Like, this comes free, and then they just drive this thing around the city.
Right.
I mean, everyone just hops on the Sydney
So
Opera
the Sydney
House,
Opera barge.
Right.
and you just drive that around downtown. You catch
Yeah.
the Opera House downtown? Yeah.
The Sydney Opera Boat.
Yeah, Sydney Opera Boat. Look at this is architectural, right?
Oh,
It's
God.
rock, yeah. I mean, this is primitive.
The Dwayne
The
Rock
problem with
Johnson.
working out is your head doesn't actually get any bigger,
The brick.
so your body gets enormous.
There aren't too many head exercises. That's the issue.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's like a Gundam pilot, but like the dude's actual head is at the top.
Oh, my
Yeah, he hops
God.
in here and he's like,
Go go Gundam activate. Whoop! It's crushing time. That's pretty good animation.
"Oh, sorry,
It's a
Smeeto.
Gundam."
I'm going into a tunnel. I enjoyed. Goodbye." Sword VP.
Oh, shit. God.
Sword VP.
Sword VP. Gosh. So, yeah, architecture. You know, I read this interesting thing about the pyramids the other day. Elon Musk, you know, in all his internet wisdom, all of a sudden just decided to go on Twitter and say, you know, I'm convinced that the pyramids were built by aliens. Just taking the piss. You know, just taking the piss. What does the internet do? They take him 100% seriously.
And rage out Karen style.
Not only rage out, but accuse him of low-key racism. Because it's just like, oh, so aliens had to build the pyramids? You know, you saying black people ain't capable of architecture?
A few moments later.
Sorry about that freak out, everybody. I just,
People need to learn
There's-
how to take
there-
a joke like they take dicks.
yeah, if you can take a dick, you can take a joke. Not only that, though, but that's a reach. I'm talking like, that's...
Michael Jordan.
No, that's the motherfucker from the Apollo that pulls an act off the stage with that long ass cane. You know, the I think they called him the
Mr.
Hook Man.
Fantastic.
Yeah, Mr. Fantastic, the Hook. Yeah, or no, the Hook Man. Yeah, he would come out there when an act was bombing, and he'd just be like, "Nah, time for you to go." And they just like literally like have a cane come off the side of the stage and pull the guy off the stage and loop around him. It's like that's that big of a reach. It's like when you are that desperate for internet drama to the point of where you got to reach that far to try and accuse someone of something like that. I'm sorry. How pathetic is your life? Jesus.
Poor Elon Musk.
But honestly, man, I'm liking this video. And yeah, I'm also going to leave a comment down below in the comment section, so hopefully you all can find it.
I can't actually tell if he's sponsored by NordVPN or not.
He is. It's here in his description.
I'm
I
pretty
guarantee.
sure he's just like, there's something about it he doesn't like, and he's just trying to get him to stop. Like,
No,
Give chance so I can continue to make terrible ads.
no, because honestly, I think NordVPN sees his style of comedy and knows that he's taking the piss whenever he's like shitting on them. That's just like us shitting on Raid Shadow Legends. I don't have a problem with Raid Shadow Legends. It's just I keep seeing their ads pop up everywhere, and I just want to blow them away with a shotgun. Hey. Much like you did in that one video we did. Like, all of a sudden, the Raid Shadow Legends ad pops down, and you're just like, boom! Like, buckshot straight through it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it was awesome. I had fun. I had fun making that little graphic. That was cool. But, gosh. Architecture, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't easy, by any stretch of the imagination. We actually had an appraiser come over to the house for like a preliminary checkup for whenever we potentially get the loan under my name, and the appraiser was just like, "Who was the architect of this house? This house is built so weird." And I'm like, "I know. I've been saying that since I moved in here, because we have the stairs that go up to a little landing, and then we have a bedroom right there." And then a huge, massive amount of open space where the living room is, and also the spiral staircase that goes up to your all's floor. And he's just looking at that, just like, in all honesty, I probably would not have built the house this way, but this is actually pretty interesting how they did this. And I'm like, is it bad or is it good? And he's like, depends on the person living in it. And I'm just like, fair enough.
If you were in a wheelchair, it'd be terrible.
Oh, God. Actually, Nick and I were talking about this the other day. The fact that we have so many stairs in this house, it's kind of a benefit to us health-wise.
Oh, yeah. For me, it's just like...
I was like, how worse off would we be if like we didn't have stairs? Right?
Yeah, if we all lived in like
quarantine and just sitting in our chairs all fucking day, basically.
Yeah, and all of us, imagine like everything that we have in this house, like the house space and everything, in like a big flat warehouse and everything.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone's got their own sections. It's like, yeah, we'd have all the space in the world to do projects and stuff like that, but at the same time, we wouldn't have stairs and we wouldn't have the elevation, the advantage of elevation.
It's true.
I mean, the thing is, where we live in the hills, we don't have that big of a risk of getting flooded up here. And plus, where we have like a slanted hill, the water usually flows downhill. That is, unless, you have a drain out there that's broken and it floods in on the side and, makes a mess down here to the point where we actually have to clean it out and film stuff upstairs for a manner of days. God, that was not fun.
No.
It was my fault. I should have, fixed it a long time ago. But
does that make you an architect?
No. It makes me a basic bitch repairman. So, anyway, everyone, hopefully you all enjoyed this. This was the Internet Historian Incognito Mode Architecture. Congratulations on hitting 1 million on the Incognito Mode channel there, Internet Historian. Congratulations. And subscribe to this man. Check out his stuff. And also, glad you finally got control of your original channel back. And until next time, signing off, I'm Nate.
I'm Chad.
I am Nick.
We'll see you then, everybody. Peace out.
Rip and tear until it is done.